Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday. Let's get some light in here. Hold on a second. It's probably not massively different. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. It is Monday, the 10th of August, 2020. What a great number, hey? 10-8-2020. I love that. All even numbers. Oh, I seem to be freezing. Let's hope the internet is not going to be a pain in the bum today. So if you're jumping on this morning, say hi. Let me know how many you're feeling out of 10. What is your number? Give me a number this morning out of 10. I'm a little tired. I'm not going to lie. I had a long lunch yesterday in London with my friend Mandy Baker. Some of you might know she was in lockdown unlocked with you guys. Yes, so I had a very long lunch. So I'm tired. I'm tired today, but I feel good. The spirits are high. I reckon I'm probably 7.5, 8 out of 10. Could be an 8 out of 10 kind of day. So let me put in a little quote here. So let me know how you're doing, where you are, what's your number for today. I've got a little quote here that actually no, I'm not going to put the quote in. I'm going to put something else in. I'm going to talk to you about, this is something I was talking about yesterday. I've been talking to a client about it a lot lately. Overwhelm. Now, this happens a lot. It's probably the most common thing, one of the most common things that people come to me for is I'm feeling overwhelmed. I've got so much to do. There's no way that I can get it all done. It's causing me frustration, stress, and basically I'm stuck because I've just got so much to do that nothing gets done. Just checking on Dory. So let me know if you feel overwhelmed or if you felt overwhelmed. Also, give me a number out of 10. There's a few of you on here and nobody's given me a number this morning. Say hi. Let me put your name up on the screen. Come on, say hi. How are you doing this morning? So, and also I'm asking you about overwhelm. What do you do when you feel overwhelmed? You know, maybe you've never felt overwhelmed before, but I certainly have. And there's a couple of questions that I ask people when it comes to overwhelm. So, and I'm going to share those two questions with you this morning. But I want you to come on and say hi and let me know how you're doing this fine day. Looks like I'm drinking weed, don't it? It's vitamin C. It's not weed. So, hey, let me know how you're doing. Say hi. Where you are this morning. What are you feeling on this fine Monday? Are you feeling inspired? Are you feeling ready to smash the day and win the day? Or is it a case of, nah, not feeling it, not feeling it. I'm just trying to find if I'm even live. It says I'm live, says that you're here, but you're all very quiet. Yes, I am live. Awesome. So I wanted to talk to you about overwhelm, like I say, because it's probably one of the most common things I get asked about. So 2 questions when you've got a whole to-do list to do and there's loads on that list and you're feeling completely overwhelmed. 2 things to ask yourself. How can you reduce the number of decisions that you need to make? How can you reduce the number of decisions that you need to make? Because that's basically it. When you've got all of this stuff and you're feeling completely overwhelmed, you've got all these decisions to make. Think about, how can I reduce that? How can I reduce the number of decisions I need to make? That's the number one thing. And it's no good just asking yourself that question and just giving it 10 seconds and thinking, yeah, no, that's useless. That's a waste of time. That's not going to help me at all. No. Spend some time on it. Write that question down. Go over all of the things that you've got going on. Write them down and put them down on paper. Hey, Dory, I'm going to play with that right now because it's noisy. She's got this bone. It's so noisy on the hardwood floor. Hardwood laminate. So yes, how can you reduce the number of decisions you need to make? That's one thing you can ask yourself. The second powerful question that I've got for you is, how can you reduce the number of things you have to do? on. Now that might seem like a simple, basic question, but it's something we don't ask ourselves. Last week, and I'm kind of like feel like I'm on a bit of catch up after having, not being on full, what's the word? I don't even know, full speed or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, haven't been on my usual full out, on my game, as it were, just because of my dad and obviously him passing away and then funeral. So I felt like, oh my God. And like, I think it was one day last week, my planner, which is A4, was full of stuff, of so much stuff. So that I had to apply this stuff. How can I reduce the number of decisions I need to make? And how can I reduce the number of things I have to do? I applied that to myself. And obviously, yes, there are some things that I have to do that only I can do for my business, for my life, or whatever. But there are some other things that you can ask for help with, ask a friend, ask a peer, whatever, or pay someone to do. Now, that's obviously not always possible because, we don't always have the resources. But think about it, go deep about it. And the other question, which isn't out of my, those are the two most important questions, or some of they're not most too important, but they're up there, is, thinking about who else can help me, who else can do some of this stuff. The third thing is, though, is look at the list and look how important. Some of it will be important. Some of it you might think is urgent. Some of it is probably completely irrelevant. It's just on the list for on the list's sake and has absolutely no it doesn't even need to be fricking on there. So look at that list. What's important? What's urgent? What can you sack off? What can you delegate? Outsource, as I always say. So who can outsource it? And the things that you need to focus on straight away are the important things. Not necessarily the urgent things, not the shitty, crappy things that you can get someone else to do, the important things. And I always look at what's important. And how I look at that is, I think, what can I do that would bring me closer to the outcome that I want? Because all of my tasks around my business and that are obviously about growing my business, growing my visibility, my coaching, my mastermind, self-made, and all of that stuff. Obviously, I have other tasks outside of that, supporting my one-to-one clients, supporting the Real Life Club. But the crux and the core of that and my business, I've got to think about that, and I've got a whole to-do list about growing that. But what's important and what is going to move me forward to the outcome that I want? And you can apply that to any one thing, whether it's a business, getting fitter, seeing Auntie Jean later. It's like, well, I want to see Auntie Jean later. We've got all this stuff to do. So what's going to bring me closer to go and see Auntie Jean later? What do I need to get done? And is it important? Can I get some help with that? Who can help me? Thinking along that, or can I just ditch it? Because we create a lot of importance on a lot of shit, if you're anything like me. Good morning, Tina. How are you? You're a sparkling 8 out of 10 this morning. Whoop, whoop. We love an 8. Look at all that text. You can barely see me. Despite feeling a bit tired due to not sleeping too well due to the heat. It is warm, isn't it? Blimey, it is warm. Last night, no bed covers. It was just like, ugh, horrible. Who else was like that? It's going to cool down this week, isn't it? Not that I'm complaining. We should not be complaining, but I do believe by the end of the week it's going to be about 21 instead of this sort of nudging 30 that we've been having. Tina, you know me by now, and I can constantly get overwhelmed. The things that help me cope are firstly prioritizing, secondly making a list plan. It helps stop my mind racing when it's out of my head and down on paper. Absolutely, getting it down on paper definitely helps. You know that because I think you did the Mojo challenge, so we talked about brain dumping in that. And brain dumping is great when we feel overwhelmed. Brain dumping is great when we don't know which direction to take, we're lacking direction, and when we feel like we haven't got any clarity. Brain dumping and writing things down is super, super powerful. So yeah, getting it down on paper. And talking about brain dumping, I just remembered Facebook, lovely Facebook, have given me this feature of hosting a live event on Facebook. So they're running live paid events, which is a whole new feature. And they've given it to me and my Facebook page, which is amazing, obviously. Well, I think it's amazing. I don't know if everyone's got it. I don't think they have. I know somebody who's had it. He's like got hundreds of thousands of followers, and he's had the feature, but he was one of like 20 people that got to beta test it, and then I think they've started filtering it out to a few people. So I've been given that feature, which I thought, I feel quite chuffed about that, but somebody's probably going to come back and tell me like everyone's got it. All business pages have got it, but I'm feeling a little bit special, so I'm owning that. So I've decided to host an event about brain dumping. It's just a 2-hour workshop about brain dumping. Now I have got a 1-day workshop that I plan to run in physicality in person, which is I don't know when that's going to happen, but that probably would cost about, I think I did an offer in my group for 47, but it's probably about a £77 day. So I'm just going to do 2 hours, and it's $9.99, and that's not even pounds, that's dollars. That's dollars, $9.99 for a 2-hour session about how brain dumping can lead you to a better you, basically. And I trust me, it's super, super powerful, this stuff. You know, I could put some, if you go back and look over my timeline or on my business page, you'll see some of the comments from people who did brain dumping and how powerful it is. It really is not to be underestimated. If you want to get clarity, if you want to get some focus, and you want to get rid of some of this overwhelm, brain dumping is freaking brilliant for sorting that shit out. So I'm running a brain dumping 2-hour workshop. I think it's on the 2nd of September. It's $9.99. I don't have the link because I completely forgot about it, but go look on my business page. I think I've shared it on my timeline. So I reckon it's about £8, isn't it? $9. Anybody know what $9.99 is in English pounds? I'm going to look it up while I'm on my phone. So what is $9.99 into pounds? £7.64. £7.64. Come on. And this is content that is part of the paid 1-day brain dumping mastermind workshop thing that I'm running that doesn't have a proper name yet, because I don't know when I'm going to be running it, because we're not in physical, we're not able to meet up in groups, and I really want to run it as a physical event. I think it's going to work much better like that. Oh, Siri's talking to me. So £7.64 for that. Anyway, where was I, Sophie? You're always good at keeping me on track. I went completely off on a tangent. What's new? Good morning, Sophie. Not feeling great today. About a 5, no, but I'm not feeling well, and I didn't sleep well. Hopefully it eases as my numbers will go up. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Well, if you're not feeling well and you didn't sleep great, then you're going to feel a little bit meh. So what you're going to do to shift it? You might not be able to shift it. Not straight away, but probably the one thing you can do is obviously try and get some rest. Get some more sleep, and if you're not feeling well, then that is definitely take some time out and rest. Your body, one of the best things you do when you're not feeling well is go to bed. I know it's so simple, but the body heals when we lie down and we sleep. Sleeping heals the body and releases all that crappy shit that we need to get out of our body. So, and that's why when you wake up and you get up, you drink a load of water to flush all of that out. But your body is healing while you're sleeping and resting. So if you're not feeling well, go and have a little lie down. That will definitely help. And I know for me personally, in the last couple of weeks with my dad and everything, I've gone to bed a couple of times at like 7:30. I know. One time I went at 7:20. But I needed to sort my mojo out. I needed to shift the drift, so I went to bed, and it definitely helped. He was in bed at 8:30 last night. There you go. See. But I beat 7:20, Sophie. I was 7:20. I went to bed the other night, but my mojo was crap. I was feeling meh. I knew I was tired, emotionally drained. I put myself to bed early. Me and little Dory went to bed at 7:20. So it works. Going to bed early works. So anyway, that's a little thing I wanted to talk to you about today. Was overwhelm. Couple of questions that I hope might help you to ask yourself if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling stuck. Use those questions and don't just ask them and move on real quickly. Really think about them. Really look at everything you've got going on. And if you're feeling overwhelmed and you haven't got it down on paper, write everything that's going on in your head, all the things that you've got to do. Get it down on paper and then look at it, and then you can then start to think, okay, What's important? What's not important? Who can help me with that? What decisions do I need to make or I don't need to make? You know, what is it? How can you reduce the number of things that I need to do? Getting help, delegate, sack it off. Think about some of that. I hope that helps with overwhelm. This is pretty short. Mojo Monday. It's just 15 minutes long and I'm out of here. Have a great day, guys. Remember, it starts with you. Happy Monday. It starts with you. One choice, one decision, one action. That's all it takes. It can be a tiny, itty bitty little thing. But if you take that step, if you take that action, it can propel you forward and it can help get momentum, which is pretty awesome. Once that gets going, momentum is so powerful. I felt like I really had some momentum before my dad got sick. I was talking to Mandy about this yesterday, and we were talking about, you know, my business and things like that. And I had some real momentum. And then obviously my dad got sick and the wheels came off a bit. So now I've got to get going again. I've got to get that momentum going. And it's just little daily intentional actions. So I've dealt with the overwhelm from last week, which I've obviously just shared with you a little bit of how to deal with that. And now start to do those little actions to start to get some momentum going again. Because once it's going, it's very difficult to stop. Anyway, good morning, Lorraine. You are driving. I pulled over just to say hi. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And you are 7 today. Whoop, whoop. 7's good. Let's get it to an 8. You know what I say about the 8? I love the 8. Can't even do it. Oh, whatever. 8. 8 is the magic number. And I'm pretty sure I'm nudging an 8. I'm pretty sure I'm nudging an 8. And I've got client calls today. I've got stuff to do for my website. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. The mojo is up. So if your mojo's not up, what are you going to do to shift it? What are you going to do to shift the drift? Run, walk, music, whatever it is, some motivational video or whatever. I think I might watch my dream video today. It's got a voiceover by Les Brown on it. And it's so powerful. I find it really, really powerful, and it really fires me up to get out there, to push forward, to keep doing the things that I'm doing, to keep trying to inspire and to impact and to motivate other people. And that just gave a little thought in my head about legacy, and I'm going to share that with you on another day. So have a great day, guys. Have a great Monday. If your mojo's not right, remember, it starts with you. Do something about it. Shift the drift. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.